Hi, folks. Hey, I remember years ago, early on, up here at Hermit's Rest when I was just kind of hanging out, sort of daydreaming. And all of a sudden it occurred to me, hey, you know, Mike, you don't have to be miserable. There's nothing in the world that dictates that I've got to be miserable. Wow. You know, I kind of like leading a peaceful, calm, quiet, kind of existence. Um, why not? Why not pursue that? Make that my lifelong, ambition. I don't like being angry. I don't like being anxious. I don't like being frightened. Um, I'm not going to engage in chaos anymore. Eh, you know, and now you can make that determination in your own mind, even if you're not a hermit. Really, examine your thoughts. First of all, be realistic. I woke up the other day and heard somebody a mile away blasting their stereo at full volume, just playing the bass parts, boom, 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 boom. You know, if I hung on and clung to my expectations of how I think people should behave in the wilderness or in nature, when we know damn good and well that there are people that don't, well, then I'd be miserable. Instead I just figured, it's another sort of whatever person out there. Let the music come in, or let the boom, boom, booming come in. Look upon it, even as an act of nature, because that's basically what it is. People are doing the best they can with what they've been given, and the given, is through divine intervention or genetics. I don't know. Psychologists talk about nurture, nature. All the hell with it. You can't figure out people. There's too many variables. We run the gamut from saint to sadist. Don't even bother trying to figure out people. Figure out yourself, and then people don't bother you. Then it doesn't matter. I don't acknowledge fools or doofuses or inconsiderate people per se. No, because I acknowledge or try to maintain my inner peace as to who I am. And I'm not going to let some outside influence and random occurrence disturb that. I don't have to. That was the amazing discovery. I don't have to. I don't have to be miserable. I don't have to be uptight. I don't have to be angry. I don't have to be anything other than the qualities that I'm most comfortable with and that suit my own interpersonal nature. And the other stuff is irrelevant because that's going to go on forever. Right now the world's going through chaotic, catastrophic weather events and geophysical events. Things change, and those are the things that can be difficult to try to adjust to and be comfortable with. But somebody's attitude or what somebody says or somebody else's hysteria doesn't have to affect us at all. Really. I mean, it was the greatest revelation in my entire existence when all of a sudden I realized I didn't have to be miserable. Some of the ancient mystic, sages were even able to control their response and their comfort level during, severe, death, you know, deathly illnesses. And there's been stories of their followers writing down, golly, here he was dying in intense pain, and he had a smile on his face. It's amazing. Anyway, give it some thought, and maybe give it a try. Wake up sometime and say, I'm not going to let anything bother me, and then see if something does bother you, examine it. Don't react. Say, oh, gee whiz, that guy was a bit of a pain in the ass. No, wait a second. You know what I mean? What about it? I mean, is it my expectations that he should be a decent person, or they should be a decent person, or they should be more considerate? Nah. Keep it in yourself, develop it in yourself, think about stuff, and how you're going to respond. Yeah, and decide, hey, I don't have to be miserable. It's a delightful thing. Give it a try.